Welcome to Osseo High School for Northwest Suburban Conference Wrestling action tonight. It's an all-District 279 matchup here as the Park Center Pirates pay a visit to the Orioles. Hi again, I'm Jay Wilcox, and both these teams off to pretty similar starts this year. They've wrestled some tough teams, been in some tough tournaments, and trying to battle their way up. Osseo right now with a couple of wins on the season, and for Park Center, they have 3 victories this season. Definitely some good individuals for both of these teams, including Carson Brolsma for Osseo, ranked #1 in the state at 152 pounds. He was a state runner-up last season, having a great year this year. Definitely looking to take a run at a state title, and he'll be in the lineup tonight for the Orioles at either 152 or 160. We will not get a chance to see Nick Carline for Osseo, another of their top guns, as he is out of the lineup this evening, but should be back for them next week. Park Center, meanwhile, I've got a few guys who've been around as well. Melvin Wilson at 132. 13 wins this season. He was 3rd in sections last year. Been a real mainstay in the Pirates lineup for a long time as well. And got a young guy named Gunnar Nelson, an 8th grader who they really like in the lighter weights. He won his weight at the Maple Grove tournament. He's got 11 wins already this season. And we should see some good matches here. Overall, both coaches feeling that this has a chance to be a pretty close duel. Osseo has generally had the better of things against Park Center over the years, but the Pirates feeling like they've got an opportunity to possibly come in and try and take one here from the Orioles tonight. Well, we've got a good match ahead of us tonight, the Pirates and the Orioles. It's coming up. John Lauritsen will join me for the call in just a moment on 12 Sports.
You watch Channel 12 at home. Why not on the go? Channel 12 is online at 12.tv. Watch on your phone, on your tablet. Channel 12 is your local source wherever you go. Just log on to 12.tv. Check out our videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and even watch live events via live stream. So don't wait. Stay up to date with Channel 12 and 12.tv, your local source.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
My new mom and I have a lot in common.
The great outside.
We both love the outdoors.
It's so shiny.
That's not a flower. We both love geology.
Oh, look. An igneous one.
That's not a rock. And she knows a lot about wildlife.
A labradoodle.
That's not a dog. Hanging out has been kind of fun.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of kids in foster care will take you just as you are.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Mom, can we get some ice cream?
Please, Mom, please.
No, we're having dinner soon.
Please.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of children in foster care who will take you just as you are.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
If you drive buzzed, it could cost you around $10,000. You'll face major legal fees, major fines, and steep insurance penalties. You could lose everything. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
And welcome back here to Osseo High School as the Pirates and the Orioles get set to tangle on the mat here. As you see, they got a good portion of the season behind us now, but still plenty of wrestling to go here as we're in this early part of January. So look at Alan Wiley, the Osseo coach, 7th season as head coach, 9th season coaching in the program. And an Osseo alum. Both of our coaches are alumni from the school that are for their teams. So we start at 106. Micah Fleming for Park Center and Jack Cornell for Osseo.
Bit of an age difference here, Jay, and based on experience, Micah Fleming, the senior, with the quick takedown over Jack Cornell, the 8th grader. In control early here, 2-0. Both these teams below 500 on the season, but we'll see now we're closing in on the middle of January. We got just a few weeks to go in the regular season, and before we know it, it'll be tournament time. Fleming trying to break down Cornell. Cornell maintaining his base, Fleming kind of messing around with the half Nelson, far ankle there, and then they go off the edge of the mat. 1:14 left in the first period. The senior leading the 8th grader 2-0.
And not often you do see a senior at this low of a weight, so it's always a little bit of a different thing. A lot of times, though, tendency might be from an outside view to think of the really young guys as not being, but it depends. If they've been wrestling for a long time, you can see some really quality kids in the 106, 113 area for a lot of the teams too.
Yeah, it's funny you said that. It's been, I don't remember the last time that we've called a match I've seen a senior at 106, so it has been a while. Cornell stood up there for a second, tried to get his hips out. Fleming able to hang on to him. Still 2-0. Micah Fleming leading Jack Cornell of Osseo. 43 seconds to go in the first period. Cornell trying to stand up, get his hips out, try to sit out. Fleming sticking with him there, maintaining control. Trying to maintain hand control. Cornell again trying to stand up. Trying to get his hips out. Fleming brings him back down to the mat. Quick takedown by Micah Fleming, but nothing doing so far since then, although he is, like we mentioned, staying in control here.
Yeah, he seems to be just kind of hanging on, just doing enough to keep him down right now. Not really working toward a pinning combination, but Cornell at the same time hasn't been able to get fully up and out.
Yeah, you said it's kind of been one of those matches early on here where one guy's just trying to get away, the other guy's just trying to hang on, and it'll be 2-0 Micah Fleming as the first period comes to an end.
Always a kind of a tone setter for the night too, that first match, how things go and build on things from there. And Pirates' new head coach this year, and Justin Miller, who wrestled for PC. He's been around as an assistant for about 6 years and was a state entrant for Park Center, 2006 graduate, and always kind of fun to see the guys coming back. I remember did a story with Justin when he was a Pirate wrestler. It was kind of a real resurgence in their time, and he kind of got a smile when I said, "Did you guys beat Osseo at all when you were there?" "Yep, 2006." He said, we came over here and we got them, and they beat Maple Grove that year too. They beat Blaine. I mean, they beat some of the teams that had generally been beating them, and I know it was a kind of a highlight of the last decade of wrestling for PC, that those teams in the couple of years in a row there under Russ Holland.
Yeah, you and I were talking before the match, how for years with Ken Drugemiller as the head coach at Osseo, they were just a powerhouse. And so I can imagine it'd be a thrill to beat him. There was an escape from Micah Fleming. Now he's in on a double leg takedown on Jack Cornell from Osseo. Not able to finish quite yet, but he's close. There's two, 5-0 now. He leads after that takedown. And looks like we've got a headgear out of place on Micah Fleming. An escape and a takedown here. Cornell deferred to begin the second period, and then Fleming picked the down position. He was able to get an escape and then a double leg takedown. 1:18 left to go here in the second period. I think he's got his headgear adjusted there. The ref seems satisfied. He blows a whistle. Cornell trying to sit out. Fleming breaks him back down to the mat.
Fleming's done a pretty good job controlling the waist here whenever Cornell's been looking to stand up and out.
It is an advantage, I think, for some school. If you have a senior at 106 or even some of these lower weights, 113, if their experience can play a role in, like you said, setting the tone in a match. Anything's going early. Cornell trying to get his hips out, stand up. Nothing doing there. Still 5-0. He maintains control, does Micah Fleming, with 40 seconds left here in the second. Again, Cornell trying to stand up. We really have not seen a pinning combination from Micah Fleming, Jay. He's got that 2-on-1 ride right now. But it's at the same time, it's kind of hard to call him for stalling. He's kind of just maintaining control. Looks like he's trying to throw on the legs here on Cornell. Cornell trying to reach back.
Late in the period here, Fleming trying to make sure he keeps him down here. And yeah, you're right. It's hard to. He's done, he's done enough. He's controlled them enough to. And I think the fact that, we're not seeing Cornell really trying hard to bust out of it, I think, is giving Fleming the benefit of the doubt in terms of a stall call too. You're not seeing him having to just hang on. If Cornell was really working hard, not that he's not working hard, but really coming close to getting out.
And Cornell does choose down here to begin the third period. Thought he might think about choosing the neutral position to maybe try and do a change of scenery. Oh, Fleming, he's in trouble there for a second. There's a reversal for Jack Cornell.
Fleming did a good job realizing that he was close to being taken to his back on that reversal, so he at least had to flip through it.
Yeah, he still had his hands around Cornell, but he realized he was flat on his back there for a second, so he did the smart thing. He bailed on it, gave up the reversal. Now it's 5-2. Fleming trying to sprawl out here. Cornell just hanging onto that leg. Fleming a little stronger here than Cornell, trying to outmuscle him at this point. Cornell hanging on. He's got that single leg, but he's in a precarious position here.
Of course, the time continues to tick, though. If you're Cornell trailing it here, he got exactly what he wanted by getting a reversal fairly early in the third when you're down 5-0, but can he do anything with it now?
Yeah, he keeps trying to stand up, but in that situation, Fleming kind of almost brought him back on himself. Flat on his back for a second, but he bailed on it, gave up the reversal. Now Micah Fleming in the down position, but leading 5-2 with just under a minute to go here in the match. Cornell tried for half Nelson. Fleming almost running out of gas here a little bit. Crossface for Cornell. Trying to lock up a cradle. He's got those long arms. Can't quite lock it up, though. Fleming standing up, gets his hips out. That's at least one. Now he turns into a takedown. That'll be two. And just like that, it's 8-2. 20 seconds to go. Looks like Cornell got banged up there a little bit on that double leg. That was a pretty solid takedown. Yeah, Fleming gets his hips out, gets the escape. There's one, then he goes right for the double leg. Kind of slams him there for a second. Not intentional, but lands right on his back. Hopefully he's okay.
Osseo coach is checking with the official. You're responsible for bringing your opponent, safely to the ground, and I think that was close.
Yeah, you can't let go of him and let him fall on his own like that. You got to use all necessary caution to bring him down to the mat. So yeah, you're right. I think that was pretty close to a slam, but a quick burst here by Micah Fleming. Cornell was trying for that cradle, not able to lock it up, but Fleming a little bit stronger. The two wrestlers, gets his hips out, gets the escape, then goes right for the double leg, boom, right onto his back, and it just, like we said, I don't think it was intentional, but it was close to being a slam in that case.
And Cornell, hard to tell for sure, what area he landed on the back and maybe the back of the head a little bit here too. So at this point, I would say hard to say if he's going to be able to continue or not.
Looks like he will. Good to see him get back up like that. Looks like he's okay, and now he's probably thinking, I got 19 seconds to make something happen here. He did get a reversal earlier in the period. Micah Fleming, we'll see if he can do it again. Fleming is going to opt for the neutral position. That'll give Cornell a point. But what they're trying to do is get a major here. Win this match by 8 points. If he can, he gets another takedown, another escape, another takedown.
Not a lot of time to try and do it, though.
Nope, 10 seconds to go here. Fleming trying to get in on the legs. Cornell sprawling really well. 5 seconds to go. 1. There, and that's how the match will end. Micah Fleming of Park Center gets the Pirates on the board first, 3-0, with an 8-3 decision for Jack Cornell of Osseo.
A good start on the road here for the Pirates as they pick up a win to start things out.
For the Pirates at 113 pounds, Gunnar Nelson. And for the Orioles, this is Connor Wayne.
Gunnar Nelson for Park Center and Connor Wayne for Osseo. Nelson quickly in for a takedown. As we said, he's having a great year. Champion of the Maple Grove Invitational, third in Delano, and he might get a quick pin here.
Yeah, he's got a kind of a country boy, we used to call that. He's got him pretty close to being pinned. Connor Wayne, the 7th grader, in trouble, and there's the pin for Gunnar Nelson, one of the better wrestlers for Park Center. Had 16 points with a 23-second pin over the 7th grader, Connor Wayne of Osseo.
So Nelson doesn't waste any time getting out there and getting after it.
Impressive win there, takedown, and went right to a pinning combination. Did not waste any time. Nelson, the 8th grader, had 16 points right there.
Elan Quezada for Osseo, Enkem Ogenta for Park Center. Quick takedown for Osseo's Quezada.
Quezada trying for a half Nelson. Ref's going to call potentially dangerous. I don't know if he's going to give a point here too. Was that a full Nelson? It was, okay. Quezada, the ref's going to explain that to him. That was a full Nelson. That's an illegal move, so that'll be a point. Rohinta there. He tries to get up and out. It's really now 2-1.
Argenta in his first year as a wrestler, a couple wins on the varsity level. He's also a cross-country runner, which isn't necessarily a combination you see a lot of, but
well, that's good for losing weight, naturally. Get down to lower weight class. There's an arm bar for Quezada. He's getting back points. You sit through there, he can really put him in some trouble. Argenta really trying to fight that off. And you can see he hasn't, the ref gave him a 1 count, but the plane there is not broken. You can see he's perpendicular to the mat, so it's not quite enough to get back points. Got a 1 count, but nothing more. Oh, he's got him in a near cradle there. I'm sorry, quarter Nelson pin for Quezada.
Elon Quezada will get the pin for Osseo, so they get on the board.
We're at 126, and for the Pirates, this is Nick Mazzucchello.
There it is, the pin, quarter Nelson. And that's 16 points for Osseo, so it cuts the lead to 9-6 now in favor of Park Center.
Nicky Mazzucchello for Park Center, one of their captains, and the other Quezada twin, Ethan, wrestling now for Osseo here at 126. Ethan, 1 win on the varsity this year. Nicky 6-8, as we said, a captain for PC. He was 5th in sections last year.
Shot there by Quezada. Nothing doing. He's working a double leg. And Mazzucchello there, he's going to try and switch to 1 leg here, stand up. You can see him do it. Not quite able to complete a good defense so far by Mazzucchello. Quezada trying to finish this takedown. Nicky Mazzucchello not making it easy, playing defense. Kind of college defense there, Jerry. Just hang on to an ankle and hope for the best, but Quezada fights through it, gets the takedown. Mazzucchello standing up. It's a sips, that's an in. Well, it's going to be a reversal. Looks like he can finish it. Keeps his feet in bounds, it is. Nicky Mazzucchello ties up the match now, 2-2, 36 seconds left in the first period.
Well, even after he was taken down, you could see he had a plan there. I mean, he didn't panic and stuck with it here, and you could see not only did he peel the hand, but he quickly went after him and got the takedown there.
Yeah, he did. He kept moving on that. I thought for a second he might just get an escape and then start things over, but he finished the move, got a reversal,
yep,
stuck with it.
All one there. Down to 15 seconds to go in a close first period here as we're even up at 2 apiece here in our 126-pound matchup.
And talking about that too, Jay, I think that's what makes you a good wrestler sometimes, is just being able to complete a move, not giving up when there's a little resistance. Guys get caught and they stop. They feel like their momentum's lost, but if you keep pushing and keep fighting and you finish it, it just makes you that much better of a wrestler.
And you can tell, you know, when the guys get more experience too, how things are a little more continuous. It isn't stopping and thinking, okay, what do I do next?
Quezada starts down here in the second period for Osseo. Mazzucchello trying to get some hand control here. Looks like he's got the left wrist. Quezada. He's got him flattened out. Quezada trying to get to his base. Mazzucchello trying to break him back down. Quezada now works to his feet, trying to peel those hands, get an escape if he can. Get his hips out, peel the hands. Mazzucchello still in control.
Got a stall and caution as he didn't bring him back down quick enough, but now it gets him back and maintains control, but technical violation here as he grasped the headgear, looks like.
I did not see that, but the ref obviously did. It was kind of away from us. Nonetheless, that's a point for Quezada, and interesting way to take the lead. He's up 3-2 now. Quezada again trying to get to his feet. Mazzachella trying to do what he can to keep him from doing that. Trying to maintain a 2-on-1 ride there, at least he did for a second on Quezada, trying to break him down, chop that arm, bring him down the mat. Quezada, to his credit, doing everything he can to get out of there. He's sitting out, he's standing up. Mazzachella wraps up a cradle. If he can bring him back, he's going to get his back points. Seemed like he was kind of sitting on that, waiting for it, Jay.
Saw the opportunity, and he pounced quick, and he'll get 3 near-fall points to retake the lead.
5-3 now, Nicky Mazzachella. He's got those long arms, and now worked to his benefit. As soon as Quezada kind of stood up, he might do it again. We'll see. Quezada gets in that position. He's not looking out. That's an easy cradle for Mazzachella.
Period will come to an end. We stay at 5-3. Mazzachella in the lead as he's get another look at him switching it to hopping over and throwing the cradle on.
He was kind of sitting on that, I think, just waiting for it, and able to hold him just long enough to get 3 near fall. Now Mazzachella starts down. A little tilt here for Quezada, and it almost worked.
See if he'll go back to that, because he certainly was on his way to getting points out of it.
Trying to tilt him over. Michel on his hands and knees, trying to work up from his base, trying to get out of there. Quezada able to maintain control. 1:20 to go in the third period. 5-3. Nicky Mazzachella, Park Center leading. Over Quezada, the 9th grader from Osseo. Mazzachella now trying to come around for 2. He's got it. 7-3 now he leads. Be interesting here, Jay. He's up by 4. It's kind of, you're just not really close enough to try and get that major decision, and the takedowns haven't come easy, so maybe you try and work for a pinning combination here if you can.
Half minute to go, and yeah, I think at this point, I don't think he's, confident enough that he's going to be able to just dominate him and take him down another time or 2.
Yep. Can try and ride him out, and I think that's probably wise. Quezada, both wrestlers looking a little tired here. Quezada trying to wrap up that cradle again. He's got it locked up. If he can bring him back, he gets some more near fall. Maybe more. Oh, Quezada hanging on to his leg. Ooh, Mazzachella in trouble. He's got himself in trouble.
Oh, wow, what a
and
turnaround.
He pinned himself.
Quezada pulls one out, getting the pin. Wow, big turnaround there for the Orioles.
You don't see that every day. That's Mazzachella in control here. Quezada, that's probably good coaching right there. They probably practiced that. Just grab his leg and sit on him. They got him stuck. Tough way to lose for Nicky Mazzachella, but a big pin there for Quezada of Osseo.
Boy, it just goes to show you wrestle all 6 minutes there too. And now we should have a good one at 132. Melvin Wilson for Park Center, 13-3 this year, 3rd in the section last year, facing Mitchell Lewison, who is a tough one for Osseo as well. 11-3 this year. He won 24 matches a season ago, 3rd at sections in a tough weight. So in terms of, career and this year, this probably should be the best matchup of the night.
Yeah, we're kind of looking forward to this one. Lewison tries to throw on a headlock there. Wilson gets behind him. Both wrestlers just, as you mentioned, just missed going to state last year. No points after all of that. Lewison tried the headlock. Wilson broke free, then Wilson was behind him, but not able to bring him down to the mat to get that takedown. Locked up right in the middle of the mat here. Wilson, the senior, Lewison, the sophomore.
You know, Wilson obviously just wants to win every night he goes up, but I think the fact that his teammate lost right at the end there even probably gives a little extra incentive right now to Park Center.
Big turn of events. Kim Mazzucchello was in control of that match and got caught. The energy in this match, although there aren't any points yet, Jay, has been kind of fun to watch. Two of the better wrestlers for each team. Anytime you get a matchup like that, it's kind of nice to see it. Props to both coaches for not dodging the weight, moving one guy around to get a win somewhere else. 30 seconds to go in the first. Wilson, a strongly built kid for Park Center.
Yeah, and he's quietly really had a nice career. I mean, obviously their team-wise haven't had a lot of success over the last few years, but he's certainly come to wrestle every night. These last few years I've enjoyed watching him and obviously having a good senior season.
Oh, Lewison with a takedown. He's going to get some back points too. Right at the end of the first period. Is that 3?
2 back points it'll be.
Boy,
no, I'm sorry. 2 and then 3, so 5-0 it will be.
Instead of going for the takedown, he went right for the back points too. That was an impressive. And he did it all in the last 5 or 6 seconds there, the first period, did Mitchell Lewison to take a 5-0 lead. And he starts down here to begin the second, so in control of this match now. See what kind of pinning combinations Melvin Wilson can try, but he's losing control here right away of Lewison. Able to maintain control. Lewison now has his leg. Wilson trying to cross-face him out of there. Maintain control. Lewison close to getting an escape, or he got the reversal. 7-0 now. Just like that, we went from a 0-0 match with about 5 or 6 seconds left in the first to 7-0 now. Not even midway through the second.
Good job wrestling the edge of the mat there too by Lewison. So many guys, you just kind of have the tendency when you think you're about to go out to let up a little bit, and Lewison kept wrestling hard.
Yeah, he really did. Talk about finishing your moves, and he did that. To his benefit now, he's opened up a 7-0 lead. Melvin Wilson trying to sit out. Lewison's going to throw on a leg, try and go for a cross-body ride of some kind here. And they're going to go off the mat once again. The ref will restart him in the center. You know, if you're Melvin Wilson, boy, what a whirlwind. A couple times there in the first, looked like you were in a better position to get a takedown. It never happened. Then you get thrown to your back right at the end of the first, and then you give up a reversal here early in the second. Find yourself down by 7 points. Wilson trying to stand up.
Lewison maintaining the hold on that left leg.
I've been impressed with Mitchell Lewison's technique, though. Looks like he's a technically sound wrestler, and he knows exactly what he wants to do out there.
Stays in control here with 20 seconds to go here in the middle period. Lewison dominating so far, leading at 7-0 in what we thought would be probably the best match of the night. Wilson, almost rolled through it.
Oh, he's got a half Nelson on. He's going to have Wilson in trouble, close to being pinned. Wilson trying to bridge. Let's see if he can make. He got through the period, barely.
3 back points for Lewis, and boy, right at the end of the period, just like last time. And Wilson just barely fought off being pinned right there.
Now Lewison's got a major now, up 10-0. The match we're in right now will be 14 points for Osseo. Help them extend that lead. They're going to have a neutral position to start here. Wilson looks a little bit tired, but Lewison, you know, everything seems to be very calculated with him, the way he's wrestling right now. He's got a game plan. He's sticking to it. Oh, Wilson tries for a shot there. He's going to probably get it. Yep, that's a takedown, 10-2 now.
see if he's going to cut him. I was going to say he might, instead of trying to turn him, he might try and get some takedowns going. If you catch him on one and can get him right to his back, then all, good for that. But otherwise, I think he's more comfortable on the feet.
Oh, Lewison with a nice move there. Looks like he's got back points again. Got him on his back. He's got to keep him on the mat to get a pin if he can. Very glad. Ooh, he's in big trouble there. Wilson trying to bridge, but it's not going to be enough. Mitchell Lewison with a big pin for Osseo. That opens things up here a little bit.
3 straight pins for Osseo, and the last couple have to be kind of deflating for Park Center.
That one especially, because I think Melvin Wilson, one of their better wrestlers, I thought might be able to beat Mitchell Lewison. It did not happen.
We go to 138 now. Adam Lanners for Osseo, Sammy Fields for Park Center. Well, let's double check, make sure it's going to be Fields for PC. Yeah. Lanners 8-7 record this year, 35 career wins. Fields first year out, but he's done well. He's 8-2, but Lanners will get a quick takedown here for Osseo.
Lanners going for an arm bar. Our last match, Wilson and Lewison, there was no score until about 5 seconds left in that first period, and then it was all Mitchell Lewison after that. Getting a big pin. As you mentioned, Fields for Park Center, 8-2 on the year. Lanners, though, is going to put him on his back after a takedown. He's working that arm bar. Ref's going to give him some back points here. See how much he's able to sit through this. Fields able to kind of come up and face him, bust right out of that.
2 near fall to make it 4-0.
Lanners has not lost control yet, though. So Fields has turned to face him. There's an escape. 4-1 now. As Fields does finally get the escape.
Lanners came out with a quick shot to start it and see if he's going to be able to have opportunity to do so again, but falls well short with that one.
He gets a single, though. He's able to finish with that. He'll take a 6-1 lead. Tried to shoot from a long way away. Fields tried to sprawl, but that left open the single leg for Lanners. 6-1, 10 seconds to go in the first. They'll go off the mat. Probably just going to try and ride him out here. Close out the first period. Lanners breaks him down. Just a few seconds to go into the first. He'll ride him out, take that 6-1 lead. 6-1 lead here into the second period.
After one, the Orioles lead 6-1 there, and it's Park Center's choice.
Fields will defer. Lanners will take the down position to start. But just like that, too, Jay, all of a sudden it's 18-9 Osseo after a series of pins.
Yeah, Park Center got off to a 9-0 start on their own right with a decision, then a pin, but Orioles have come back with 3 straight pins. And like I said, kind of deflating ones too, because obviously Mazzucchello looked like he was going to win and got pinned right at the end. And then the Pirates, one of their best 2 wrestlers, Melvin Wilson, was pinned as well. So Osseo, I think, momentum-wise and psychologically, probably those were big ones, certainly for them.
Yeah, they definitely were. Big momentum swing there. There's a reversal for Lanners, 8-1 now.
They're going to go off the mat. Yep, spill to the edge here with a little less than halfway through this second period. Lanners is certainly dominating, and now you know, if you're the Orioles, you're looking to take that next step, either continue scoring or see if you can pin him. Whereas Fields has got, okay, I still got some time, but time to get going.
I bet Landers tries that armbar again. It worked before, and he's going right for it. Got him on his back before. We'll see if he can turn Fields here. Gonna walk through that. Fields maintaining a post with his arm and his leg, just trying to keep him from going to that side. He knows where Landers wants to go with this.
Throw on a half with
an arm bar. You got to be careful though in that position. You don't. You see the ref talking to him. You got to watch the arm. He's trying to chin drop. Landers is doing a nice job of trying to move. If one thing's not working, I'm going to try something else. Keeps moving from pinning combination to pinning. He's not letting go of that chin drop right now. He's going to try and make that work.
Yeah, and that's a key part of it, too. He's keeping pressure on while he's adjusting to something else. He's not just trying to hop to the next thing.
Yep, goes back to the arm bar. If he can stay on the mat here, he might have Fields a little bit of trouble, but they go off. 10 seconds to go in the second. A lot of work there, and in the end, nothing really to show for it as they go off the edge of the mat. But
continues to wear him out, though, too.
Fields stands up right away. Nice job trying to face Landers, trying to get that escape with just a few seconds left in the second. And not quite able to do it. 8-1. Adam Landers of Osseo leading as we start the third.
Choice. He's choosing neutral. Landers leads 8-1. Here we go.
Fields wants to wrestle both from the feet here in the third. He's got a lot of ground to make up, but obviously anything can happen. We've seen that already in a couple of matches where it looked like it was headed one way and then turned in a hurry.
Yeah, we've had kind of some surprising finishes tonight, to say the least. Fields now, he's going to get 2 points here. Trying for a near cradle, but Landers' arm is free. He's hanging on to that leg. That's 2, 8-3 now. Landers almost able, though, to come up with an escape or free himself out of that. Now he's going to try and drive in with the leg he's got, the single there. Bring Fields down the mat. He might have 2 here.
Going to try and pull him back to the center a little bit, give him some room and sweep that leg.
Trying for the second, trying to switch to a double. Fields pushing his head down. Coach is kind of yelling, Fields got a sprawl there. It's a single leg. You got to try and sprawl as much as you can and push that head down. Escape for Landers after all that. 9-3 now he leads. Just over a minute to go in the third. Another takedown for Fields. Quick one there. Just pushed his head down and spun around. 9-5. Landers trying to work for a Granby roll here. Kind of roll. Fields staying behind him. You'd think Fields maybe wants to cut him loose, try for another takedown if he can.
I think he's getting that advice from at least some on his bench, but
so you got 2 quick takedowns here in the third, and it seems to be working. Landers kind of wants to hang on to him. 25 seconds he's got to shoot now.
10-5 Landers with that escape, but Fields kind of has the momentum going his way, but he's going to be hard pressed for time here to try and get more.
Just tries a shot. You get the impression Landers isn't quite as comfortable on his feet.
I think they're both tiring a little bit too. And
see that fatigue in the third period. That's how the match is going to end too. 10-5, Adam Landers of Osseo. Another win for the Orioles.
At 138.
Defeating Sammy Fields of Park Center.
Landers wins by decision.
So he dominated early. Fields came back pretty good in the third, but Landers has enough to hang on and win it 10-5 for a decision there for the Orioles.
145 pounds. And for the Pirates, this is Isaac Mansfield. And for the Orioles, here he comes to the mat,
Isaac Mansfield for Park Center, Farhan Abdesa for Osseo.
Abdissa starting fast here. He's going to have a take. Oh, he almost had a takedown. Quite able to finish. Mansfield hanging on to that leg.
Isaac, one of the captains for PC as a sophomore.
Oh, Abdissa put himself in trouble there. Mansfield has him in trouble. This on his back. He's going to have a couple back points before this is over. There's 2. The ref's going to give that a takedown for Abdissa, then a reversal for Mansfield, and then 2 near falls. So 4-2, Zach Mansfield. Isaac Mansfield leads now for Park Center.
Abdissa was a state entrant 2 years ago and was injured for a lot of last season. 11-8 this year. And Mansfield 5 wins this season, a captain, and was on the Pirates football team this fall.
Mansfield has Abdissa kind of spread out on the mat here, trying to throw on the legs. Abdissa trying to kind of come out the back. Mansfield's got to be careful he doesn't get too high. Park Center could use a win here, down 21-9 now.
Yeah, the kind of swing matches so far have gone Osseo's way, and Mansfield looking to turn the tide on that with you know, 2 of the probably more quality guys or experienced guys in each team's lineup. And you talk about getting too high.
Now we might, well, he's got 5 seconds to work with. Close to getting back points. I don't think he got, oh, the ref gave him 3 near fall. I didn't even see the count there. Okay.
7-2 for Mansfield as he closes the period with that near fall. I agree. I was thinking that I saw at least a start of a count, but I didn't realize it had gotten.
I didn't see the referee making the count. Maybe he was already. To me, it looked very close to almost not breaking the plane too. But nonetheless, 3 near fall there for Isaac. I keep wanting to call him Zach Mansfield. In a former life, I knew it was Zach Mansfield. I think. Isaac Mansfield, 7-2. So we start the second. He'll start up. Abdissa quickly to his feet. He's got to get his hips out if he wants that escape. Trying to come around for a reversal.
Boy, big scramble there, and Abdissa nearly in some trouble of his own here.
And he's in the black, though, so it's hard to get any back points if you're Mansfield and you're trying to hold him like that. A good call by the ref, just restart him. I'm not sure what that was.
Referee giving a warning to the Osseo bench. The wrestlers were up approaching the mat, cheering on their teammate and giving him advice, and said, nope, you got to stay back.
Abdissa to his feet, tries to roll through. Mansfield hanging on.
Abdissa able to turn and face him.
Abdissa's in a good position here. If he can finish it, that's going to be potentially dangerous. The knee is kind of at a weird position there for Isaac Mansfield.
Kind of a break for him because it looked like he was, you know, in a vulnerable spot at least there, if not quite in trouble.
Yep, he was in a little precarious spot there, so kind of a break for Isaac Mansfield. Again, leading 7-2. Abdissa trying to come out and face him. Mansfield hanging onto that leg.
Abdissa just struggling to get that leg free. Mansfield just hanging on to it for all of his life there.
Abdissa's got to be careful though here. I think he gets the reversal, but doesn't have a ton of control. Gets off the mat though. He'll get the reversal, 7-4. That ended about as positively as it could have for Abdissa, because he was, yes, he had the reversal, but he wasn't in the best position to maintain control. So they go off the mat. 7-4 now. He trails.
Mansfield trying to roll there and nearly got it done.
He might give up some back points. Looks like Abdissa's got at least 2. He does. 7-6.
Entertaining one here, and we've got a lot of time to go here. Late second period, but now it's a 1-point match as Farhan Abdissa has trimmed it to a 7-6 advantage for Mansfield of Park Center.
Yeah, and this has been one of the more entertaining matches of the evening because every time they do a restart in the middle, one guy's rolling one way and the other guy's going the other way. So it's 7-6. It could easily be 14-12 the way things are going.
We're going to the third period. Mansfield leads from Park Center 7-6.
We're going to start both up. It is funny, Jay, to watch wrestlers from the first period to the third period and their body language and just how gassed they get. There's a shot by Abdissa. He's got the leg, but his head is down on the mat. His job is sprawling there by Isaac Mansfield.
Could have a stalemate coming perhaps here. Yep, not much happening there and not much possibility of anything happening the position they got locked up in.
No good call by the ref. Nothing was going to come of that, so good restart. At one point, Isaac Mansfield led 7-2. Now it's 7-6. Hanging on to a 1-point lead. There's another shot by Abdissa, but he shot from really far away and his head was down. Sprawl by Mansfield. Abdissa's got those long arms. He's still able to hang on to them, but we get double underhook here for Mansfield. Oh, Abdissa kind of picks the ankle there. Now he's in position to get two. He's got it. He'll take the lead. Should be 8-7 now, Abdissa. $50 seconds to go. Mansfield trying to roll through. Once led 7-2 in this match, now finds himself down 8-7. 40 seconds to go. All he needs is an escape to tie it. We could maybe see overtime or something.
It's funny how the roles have been reversed now because Mansfield's been leading most of the way, and now Abdissa, what does he do on top? Does he try and ride him out here? We still could see a lot of action, I think, in this one.
Then you're seeing the Osseo coaches tell him to drive him down, break him down, put yourself in a position to ride him out. Keeps trying that tilt. He gets himself in a little bit of trouble, though, when he tries that.
Oh, this could be a reversal. It's getting close anyway.
Mansfield just needs to kick free there, and he's got a reversal. Abdissa hanging on. He's got 4 seconds. Oh, wow.
No points at the end, and Farhan Abdissa from Osseo will hang on for the win.
By far the most exciting match of the evening. That could have gone either way.
Boy, even right to the final second, Mansfield's battling hard.
Right there, if he can get his left leg out and then twist his hips, easier said than done, but boy, he's got him almost flat, too, a couple times. Abdissa does just enough to hang on and win.
We go to 152 now. Taylor Meisner for Osseo, Robert Wynn for Park Center. Wynn a little over 500 this year at 8-7. Meisner was injured earlier this year, got back to action over the weekend up in Fargo.
Wynn tries a shot, Meisner sprawls. Wynn the junior, Meisner the 8th grader for Osseo. Oh, head shuck there by Meisner and a 2-point takedown. Smooth move there. Breaks down Wynn to the mat. Wynn trying to stand up. Oh, there's a half Nelson there by Meisner. He's got Wynn in trouble. He's got it locked up pretty tight. There's a pin for Meisner. 1 minute, 1 second. Taylor Meisner, the 8th grader for Osseo, adds another pin for the Orioles. See that? As soon as Wynn dropped his head, Meisner was waiting for it and put a half Nelson on him. He's got that in really tight right there. You can see both shoulder blades are down. There's your pin.
And for the Orioles, at 160, he's the captain and currently ranked #1 in the state of Minnesota.
We go to 160. Prince Proud for Park Center and Carson Brolsma of Osseo, a quick 2. He's rated #1 at 152. He's having a fantastic season at 19-0. Committed to the University of Minnesota. So Brolsma, it's fair to call him a favorite in this one, I would say.
Quick ankle pick, takedown, lets him go. And on a single, switch to a double. There's another takedown, 4-1. He's going to get some back points here. It looks like he got 3 out of that, 7-1.
Brolsma champion at the Rumble on the Red in Fargo, and obviously hasn't lost a match at all year, and was a runner-up at state last year. So impressive to see somebody be able to draw the attention of the University of Minnesota program too, and wish Carson well as he heads over there. That's not an easy program to get into.
Well, the undefeated record is impressive enough, but boy, yeah, getting the attention of Jay Robinson and the Gophers, that's something else. He's done 3 different takedowns here. There's another one, 9-2. He's going to do a little tilt. Get any back points out of that? Yep, 2 more, 11-2 now. 40 seconds to go on the first. He's going to let him go, 11-3. Prince Proud trying to stick with Carson Brolsma, excuse me, the best he can. Brolsma there, a little toss. He's going to have him in trouble. Almost got him. Flying this 2 near fall, another takedown. 15-3, 15 seconds to go. There's a half.
You know, he just as soon pin him here, though, too. I mean, he might get a tech fall easily, but instead he's going to get the pin with 9 seconds to go in the period.
Carson Brolsma doing what he does best. It's a variety of takedowns, a variety of pinning combinations, and he picks up 6 more for the Osseo Orioles on his way to the University of Minnesota next year. He's at half, got it in really deep, and that's the match. Number 1 ranked wrestler in the state for the Osseo Orioles.
Alex Sanchez Lopez for Osseo. Rayshawn Lester for Park Center as we get up to 170 pounds.
Lester with a shot. That should be a takedown. Goes for an arm bar right away.
Lester, 3rd-year wrestler. And Alex in his 2nd year for Osseo, and his twin brother we presumably will be seeing next for Osseo. So a couple sets of twins in the Orioles lineup, kind of unusual.
Lester and has Sanchez Lopez in trouble with that half Nelson. Trying to get a much needed pin for the Pirates. He's got him in big trouble. Sean Lester very close to getting a fall. Sanchez Lopez doing a good job of trying to fight this off the best he can. Lester, though, keeping him on the mat. Sanchez Lopez really trying to squirm out of that. Lester's almost got him, but not quite. Yeah, there it is. I thought the ref was going to do that a couple seconds before.
Rayshawn Lester getting Park Center to back into the win column as he gets the pin at 1:14 here in our 170-pound match. And no opponent for David Sanchez Lopez, so Park Center forfeits at 182. And we'll move up to 195 here. Desmond Kenny for PC. And Hamze Salty for Osseo, one of their captains. Six and 6 record this year for Hamza. A team captain, 9 wins a year ago. Kenny, a sophomore for PC.
Kenny tried a shot there, but missed. They're going to go off the mat, though, anyway. And they'll stay both up, neutral position. Kenny, the sophomore for Park Center. Salty, the senior captain. Schulte trying to work for a takedown here. Looks like he's got it. That's 2. Trying to keep Kinney on the mat. Oh, brings him to his back. He's got him in trouble. It's a pin. It is. Schulte very quickly with the takedown and then the near fall and the pin. 49-second fall for Osseo. Another pin for the Orioles.
Comes out and gets after it quickly and takes care of business here. Stavros Peterson for Osseo, Tommy Newell for Park Center. I think we're going to have a penalty point for unsportsmanlike conduct there for Park Center.
195, there was a technical violation, and there will be 1 team point taken away.
So that'll push us to 48-14.
And I missed what happened on that, Jay, but...
Well, I believe he took his singlet off, or started to before while he was still on the mat, and didn't really shake hands properly either. So official didn't care for that, and probably rightly so. Newell, 8 wins this year, 5th-year wrestler, 4th at sections last year for Park Center, and Stavi Peterson, 5 wins this season.
Both wrestlers are seniors. Locked up here in the middle of the mat.
As you often see with the guys up in heavyweight or this 220, it looks like both guys kind of looking for a throw here.
A lot of pushing and shoving. Move their weight around and see if somebody can make a mistake. The other guy can capitalize. These two have not let go of each other since the match started, Jay. A minute into it, there we go. Somebody takes a shot here. Lock up once again. Peterson driving into Newell.
I think Park Center coach is wanting Newell to kind of use it against him. If Peterson's just going to come straight ahead, you circle around and get him off balance and go from there.
Yeah, or push his head down, shuck him down, and spin around if you can. But as you said before, a lot of these, the bigger wrestlers, the upper weights, they really are kind of looking for that 5-point move, that pin, and try and get this thing over pretty quick if they can.
Yeah, a lot of times these matches start out looking somewhat boring, and then all of a sudden, bang, a big move happens. And obviously when you've got this kind of weight, it's much harder to get out of a pin if you have the guy able to put you to your back.
Yeah, we've seen it time and again. Can end the first period with no score, and somebody gets pinned early in the second, but no shots taken. A lot of locking up in the middle of the mat and pushing against each other. We'll see what happens here. Osseo defer. Oh, Osseo's going to select down here as Peterson. So see what Newell decides to do for Park Center. Try and ride him out here, and try for a pinning combination. Well, a nice little take or switch there almost for Peterson. He's going to get the escape.
Choosing down looks like a very wise decision right there.
Right, yeah,
but he was
the lead.
Up and out within about 2 seconds there, I think.
That was a quick burst. Good for him. And that's sometimes that 1 point decides a match. But again, these guys locked up. Peterson trying for a throw. They go off. Yeah, that was a quick escape. And that's what you want to see as a coach. You want to see a guy get up and out right away.
That's the nice thing about wrestling and being, it's, both a team and an individual thing during a dual meet. I mean, yes, Osseo has this well in hand as a team, but each match still matters, not only to the guys, but I mean, it matters for seeding and sections and everything too. So No less intensity shown, even though the team part is pretty lopsided now.
It is, but yes, you're wrestling, as you said, wrestling for your team, but also wrestling for yourself. It's the ultimate individual sport like that. And in wrestling, you can go to, there's a select few sports like that in high school where you can go to state as a team and as an individual. Wrestling's one of those. So yeah, your team might be having a rough night, but you still want to get a win here. Tommy Newell, the Park Center, trailing Stavros Peterson 1-0. 45 seconds left in the second. They tie up once again. Haven't really seen a shot taken in this match. Peterson tries a little bit of a throw there. They go off again.
They've just been counteracting each other, one step back, forth, and relatively equal in strength, it seems, and size-wise as well.
You can see the Osseo coaches, and they went off instructing Peterson, if you're going to do that, really lock up and throw your hips, catch him off balance, take him to his back if you can. And that's what the Osseo coaches want to see. They want to see him. You can see Peterson's got that locked up, trying to throw his hips down, but Newell caught him. Nice job by Tommy Newell.
Gonna run out of time as the buzzer sounds. He'll get 2 takedown, 2 near fall to take a 4-1 lead for PC. And obviously we'll never know if he would have been able to finish that with a pin, but he didn't really have any time remaining.
Well, that was like the 132 match, Wilson and Lewison, where there wasn't a lot going on. Then we saw a 5-point move right at the end of the first period in that one, and that opened up the gates for Mitchell Lewison. Here, Tommy Newell with the 4-point move right at the end of the second period. We'll see if that's the difference in this one.
Yeah, we'll see how this changes, how they go about things, too. I think overall Peterson had probably been slightly more the aggressor prior to that, but now obviously he's trailing, so he's got to make something happen. And if you're Newell, you want to keep coming, though. You can't, you don't want to be looking to protect a lead right now. Maybe later, but not right at the moment.
And the one thing with Tommy Newell I've noticed, too, is that Peterson maintains the aggressive position. He keeps pushing into him. Newell's backing up. He's got to watch that a little bit. He's kind of, with the 4-1 lead, you can see him backing up there a little bit. Peterson trying to move him around. There he pushes back into him, but yeah, we're going to get a caution, looks like. And that's what I was talking about. He can't back up. You got a 4-1 lead. The ref wants to see you continue to wrestle. And if you're Peterson, you just keep being the aggressor. You keep pushing in him, getting him back up. You'll get some points here, stalling call and stuff. They can come with that. Plus, it'll set up for something big because you're going to need a takedown or something most likely to win this or tie this. And they're trying to lock up again right in front of us. Peterson trying to trip Newell. And they break apart, go back to the center of the mat. 35 seconds to go in the match.
It's kind of now or never for Peterson here. He's down 4-1.
It's a shot by Peterson, but kind of an awkward shot. Newell playing defense, but Newell's got to watch it. He can't back up. He's going to give up a...
There's another stall. Yep, there's a point for Warder to Peterson. So now 4-2, and a takedown would tie it up. We're under 10 seconds to go, however.
There's 4 seconds left. Peterson's got to try a shot. The couple shots he took in that match were pretty awkward, so Tommy Newell does just enough to get the win.
So he'll take it 4-2. And the Pirates, just their second win since very early in the match, but they'll take it, and it's now 48-17. So we go to the heavyweights now. Francis Davies for Park Center, and Scott Christopher for Osseo. Francis 4 wins this year, and Scott has 3 wins. It's his first year out. Coach Alan Wiley for Osseo telling me that Christopher is he's done fairly well for a guy without much experience. And I think he's a football guy, and he's come in and he's been not too bad considering he hasn't wrestled before.
Probably a lineman, I'm guessing, and a lot of wrestling is good. Much of the technique in wrestling is very good for offensive linemen, defensive linemen, and football. So the two sports really translate pretty well towards each other. Christopher's only a sophomore too, so we'll see if he likes it enough, and he's doing well this year. Only get better the next couple of years.
Davies pushing toward him, and Christopher looking like he was going to try to go low with a shot, but decided against that.
Davies, the senior, is giving up a size advantage here for sure. Christopher trying to throw him to the mat. You can tell a little bit of inexperience. Isn't quite sure how he wants to do that.
Yeah, this is the one weight, obviously, where you can see a fairly big difference in weights.
You can, yes, definitely. And it almost looks like Davies could probably make 220 if he wanted to. Team probably needs him at heavyweight. Christopher, you can tell he's got that kind of nose tackle build to him, defensive tackle build, and powerful kid. You can tell he's.
Yeah, referee, I was going to say, the headgear came off, and Christopher was trying to put it on as they went there, but he's just going to have to stop it. 14 seconds remaining in this first period. Scoreless here in the heavyweights. Osseo is pretty much controlled tonight, though. 48-17 lead for the Orioles. Obviously, they've won enough matches that, probably are going to win it anyway. But you look at that little key stretch there, the 126, 132, 138, 145. I mean, that really told the tale of the night, I think. There were a couple ones that Park Center thought they might win and looked like they might even during the match, and just didn't happen.
No points there. Almost a takedown for Christopher, but not able to finish. I think the one match that really stands out was Nicky Mazzucchelli. Leading with just seconds to go, trying to cradle. And Quezada of Osseo caught him. You can tell it was a move that he'd paid attention to in practice. Just grabbed the leg of the opponent as he's trying to kind of roll you through on a cradle, and he's stuck right there. And that was heads up on his part. A tough loss for Mazzucchelli because he was in control of that match. Probably deserved to win, but good move by Quezada to get the 6 points.
And then similarly at 45, Mansfield had the lead for almost the entire match against Farhan Abdissa, but he was able to pull out an 8-7 victory for the Orioles there. And then obviously, as we said, 32 was one where you had a couple of the better guys for each team, and Lewison kind of dominated, ended up getting a pin over Melvin Wilson. Set the tone. Christopher gets an escape, and he is looking eager for more. One of the that headgear continues to be a problem for Christopher. One of the things you like to see with an inexperienced guy, first and foremost, is he's not afraid. Doesn't look like he's not wanting to be out there, and we're seeing that with Christopher. He's just ready to come after it.
I think heavyweight can sometimes be a tough position to coach. Guys are sometimes afraid to shoot, just based on the size advantage. If you shoot on somebody and they sprawl on you, and there's nowhere to go because of the weight. So a lot of these guys want to go upper body anyways. That's what they're comfortable doing, and teaching good throwing technique is harder to learn than, say, a single leg or double leg, something easier where you're going after the posts on a person. When you're throwing somebody, it's a lot of power and agility, and you're trying to take their almost the entire weight of their body and throw them to the mat. And it's kind of, I used to talk about this with my dad a lot. You'd watch a dual meet, or when I wrestled in high school, all the lower weights. Back then it was 103, 112, 119. Guys would shoot left and right. That's how you'd win matches. But then it got up to, back then, like I said, 171, 189 in heavyweight. It was all this. It was all upper body. Christopher trying for a headlock there. Davies trying for a single leg takedown. Give him props for that.
Just a lot of weight to try and overcome there, I think.
And you can see why guys don't always want to shoot, but Francis Davies in on the single leg. I thought, you know, he was close to finishing, just trying to work that weight of Christopher against him. He's got a definite size advantage here over Davies at Park Center. If you are a heavyweight at the high school level who can develop a nice sweeping single leg takedown or something, that's a big time weapon to have. But you just don't see a lot of it. Once again, these two tied up. Davies pushing into Christopher. 15 seconds to go in the second.
They're both starting to tire out a little bit here too. We're seeing kind of the technique going out the window a little bit.
One nothing as we go into the third. We'll see what Davies does here. Does he want to start down?
Pirates bench wants him to start down. A lot of times guys don't especially love that against a real heavy guy, but he is going to choose down. Christopher was starting to go down, and Davies said, no, that's me that needs to go down.
Yeah. In this position for Davies, you want to get up and out right away. Don't get caught and broken down like he almost was there. There you go. Get up, out right away. There you go. There's your one. Now we got a time match.
Davies trying to up the tempo a little bit, use that escape to build on.
Well, a takedown's probably going to win this match at this point. 1:40 to go here in the third. Davies wants a headlock. He's tried this 3 different times, I think, in the match. Now, he gets taken to his back.
Out of bounds.
And actually that was the right call by the ref because Christopher's right leg was out of bounds too. Had he kept both feet in bounds in the white, that would have been a takedown.
Minute and a half to go in the duel. Davies and Christopher in a good matchup here at a heavyweight, 1-1 so far.
Well, the Abdisa-Mansfield match was pretty exciting. This one's going to come down to the wire as well, looks like. Had a couple of these third period tied up matches tonight, and they've been kind of fun to watch. And you can see, Jay, like when these two guys are, their legs are completely exposed. There's no defense on that. Christopher's going to bring him right to his back. That should probably do it. Davies trying to fight it off, but that's what Christopher wanted to do since the match started. He's able to finish it.
Scott Christopher will get the pin at 5:11 of this one to end it in style for Osseo as they roll to the win over Park Center here tonight. You just, all match long, you have the feeling that, either one, if they were able to successfully get a throw, it was going to be tough to come out of, and that's what happened. So Christopher ends up getting the pin as Osseo rolls to a 54-17 win over the district rivals from Park Center. We'll be back to wrap things up here and hear from the Orioles in just a moment here on 12 Sports.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Wow, these are really good.
You act surprised. Practice makes perfect.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
That's low. That's low. That's low. Seriously. Okay.
look at me. Your hair's a bit frizzy today. Oh, you should pick that up. Oh, you're such a dork. Loser. Here, let me help you with that. Oops.
Every day, kids witness bullying.
Oh, look. Your crush is looking at you. Poor you.
They want to help, but don't know how.
See, no one here's gonna help you, because no one
Teach your
likes
kids how to be more than a bystander. Visit stopbullying.gov.
So the Orioles beating Park Center 54-17 here tonight, and we're joined by a couple of Osseo guys that helped to make it happen, starting with one of the captains, Carson Brolsma. Coming into this one, I mean, they thought they had a chance to pick up some more wins than they did. What was the big key for you guys here tonight?
I really think the key was more so teamwork and focusing on our individual matches, and those would add up into team points and with pins and major decisions. We came together. We had Taylor Meisner back in the lineup, which really helped. And we were missing a key guy, Nick Carline, our 13-pounder. He was out with some skin conditions, but we still ended up going out there wrestling hard. We ended up putting points up on the board, and we ended up wrestling full 6 minutes, not stopping, because that's what we've been working on all week since a couple of our doom meets have been kind of iffy with those, but we really pushed the pace and we really wrestled hard, which is why me and Mitch are pretty proud of the team tonight.
Yeah, you guys beating a district rival here too, and it's always a little bit of a rivalry with Park Center. Is it nice to take command and take it to them a little bit too?
Yeah, with we have like a three-way rivalry with us, Maple Grove, and Park Center. But it's good because Park Center is also in our section, so it can determine what our seed will be and if we'll be higher or lower seed. And us coming in, we needed to beat them, so we'd be a higher seed in section.
On a personal note, you're still undefeated, ranked number 1. Is state title the goal? Is that fair to say for you?
Yeah, that's been the only thing on my mind since last year when I lost to Voss in the finals. That's all I worked for this summer, including choosing my college and everything. But state title's number 1 on my mind, and I plan on getting it this year.
All right, Carson, good job here tonight. Congratulations. And Mitch Lewison, you came in and really faced one of their best wrestlers, and that was a key sequence for you guys, those few matches around there. You know, how big was it for you to get that win and get the team started in the right direction there?
Just getting the extra team points and helping the team out. That's pretty much every point counts, and just getting the victory. That's all that matters.
You guys had a couple matches, too, where you were, they went right down to the wire. You were trailing late and then ended up getting wins. You know, how big was that for momentum, a couple of matches that went like that?
Just seeing people win at the end, not giving up, it just helps the team so much. You just carry the momentum on in each match, and it helps a lot.
Overall for the season, I mean, obviously you guys have had some ups and downs, but how are you feeling about this team as you kind of head toward the home stretch towards sections?
The team's looking good. We're improving every day, and hopefully we have a good team at sections.
All right, congratulations on the win. Have fun the rest of the season here.
Thank you.
All right, Mitch Lewison and Carson Brolsma for Osseo as they win it tonight over Park Center. They roll to the win 54-17. Hope you've enjoyed the match here. For John Lauritsen and all of our crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Osseo.